Welcome to a guided meditation for public speaking anxiety on Declutter the Mind. Let's start here by finding a comfortable seated position, placing your feet flat on the floor, your hands resting in your lap. Starting here by grounding our attention, taking a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely, and then slowly exhaling through your mouth, releasing any tension you're holding on to. And now gently close your eyes. And so, first, let's ground ourselves in the present moment by bringing our attention to the breath. So, just allow your breath to return to a comfortable pace and just noticing the body breathing all on its own without trying to change the breath here or adding anything to it. Just feeling the air entering your nostrils on the inhale and then leaving on the exhale. And if your mind wanders to thoughts about speaking situations, we simply acknowledge these thoughts without any judgment, without adding a story to them, and then returning our attention to the breath, to the body breathing all on its own for the next few moments. And just continuing here to ground our attention on the breath. Again, just watching the breath all on its own. Noticing the sensations around the breath, such as the belly rising on each inhale, the belly falling on each exhale, the coolness of the air entering the lungs, the warm breath leaving the body. And again, whenever the mind wanders to thoughts, we acknowledge that we were thinking and then bring the attention back to the breath. We don't have to be hard on ourselves here or judge ourselves or become frustrated. That is the practice. It's noticing when the mind wanders and bringing ourselves back to the present moment. And so, anxiety around public speaking or around anything really is all about thoughts of the future. worries. It's trying to anticipate what can go wrong. It's thinking about the thing that we have to do. And so, what we can do here is use the breath to ground ourselves in the present moment. If you can recall the last time or a time where you spoke publicly really well or you felt good about it, it was probably because you were in a flow state. You were in the moment. And so that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to ground ourselves in this moment, not getting caught up in thoughts or thinking. And so continuing to watch the breath here and gently returning our attention whenever we become caught up in thinking. And so let's bring to mind a speaking situation that creates anxiety for you. This might be a presentation at work, speaking up in meetings, or addressing a group. And so don't dive deep into the scenario yet, just hold it lightly in your awareness. And then as you do this, noticing what thoughts arise. You might observe thoughts like, everyone will judge me, or I'll mess up, or people will think I'm stupid. And so rather than fighting these thoughts, we simply notice them with curiosity. You might mentally note them as a worried thought or an anxious prediction, and then sitting with them until they pass all on their own. And remember that these thoughts are not facts. They are your mind's attempt to protect you by anticipating problems. And so you can kind of thank your mind here for trying to help, but then allowing these thoughts to drift away like all thoughts do. And so when you brought up these thoughts or the scenario, you might notice that there were some physical sensations around this anxiety. And so notice what physical sensations are around this anxiety. Is it your heart rate increasing, your palms sweating, your stomach tightening? And so these are all normal responses, and we can work with them skillfully. And so notice any physical sensations that arise when you think about speaking. And instead of trying to make them go away, breathe into them with acceptance. Say to yourself, this is anxiety in my body right now, and that's okay. And then move your hands to your belly, noticing the breath rising and falling with each inhale and exhale. Grounding ourselves with the breath. Just noticing this calm belly breathing and knowing that you can return to this technique whenever you feel anxious about speaking. And before we close out this practice, we'll practice one more visualization. We're going to mentally rehearse a positive experience with speaking. And so bring your speaking situation back to mind, but this time we'll imagine it going perfectly well, almost unrealistically perfectly well. So well you don't even believe it. And so picture yourself in this location where you'll be speaking. Notice the environment, the room, the people present, and see yourself standing or sitting confidently. Your posture, your breathing, the way you move, your face, the tone in your voice, the way you sound. And as you visualize yourself speaking, your voice is clear and steady. You're sharing your message with genuine intention to communicate and connect rather than seeking approval. You can see yourself in that flow state. You're present. You're in the moment. And even if you see yourself making a small mistake in your visualization, you see yourself handling it gracefully, perhaps pausing, taking a breath, and continuing without making it a big deal. And then visualizing yourself reaching the end of your presentation or comments, and you feel a sense of accomplishment and relief. You've shared what you've wanted to share, and it went well. And so take a moment to really feel this sense of success and confidence in your body. And so as we end this practice, remember that building confidence with public speaking is like building any other skill. It takes practice and patience. And so each time you speak, even if it feels imperfect, you're building that skill up. And remember that your worth as a person isn't determined by how well you speak or how others receive your words. You have valuable perspectives and experiences to share, and the world benefits when you find the courage to share them. And remembering that too, that courage is not the lack of fear, it's doing things in spite of the fear. And so, with that, gently open your eyes and notice how you feel. Thanks for sitting, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again for taking the time to practice. If you've enjoyed this practice, please be sure to like and subscribe. You can also join and become a member and receive access to courses and more. Head on over to declutterthemind.com for more and download our free iOS and Android app.